Hi, this is Terry.
Hi folks, it's Clint. Welcome back.
Welcome back. You can see us this time. Hey, we came out of the dark.
That's right. Back in the daytime.
Back in the daytime. Thank you for enduring our first video. We've gotten a lot of feedback from you guys. We're learning. This is only our second time doing something like this, a video. So at least this time you can see us. Where are we?
Well, we're anchored. We're out on the boat. We're anchored just off of Chicken Key on Biscayne Bay, and kind of a light day out here, about 5 knots, and decided to stop for a little bit, shoot this video before some of the clouds start to form and the wind picks up later this afternoon, and enjoy a nice sail back to Coconut Grove Sailing Club.
Yeah, we decided to review where it all started for us. Pyrat rum. We found this rum back in the early 2000s, and the reason we got this rum is because of this little guy right here, Hote. I'll show it to you. Let's see. Hote is the Zen patron saint of little children, fortune tellers, and bartenders. We're suckers. we are definitely marketing suckers. We go for unique bottles, great stories, unique names. That's really what attracted us at first to a lot of the rums that we did early on.
Yeah. So this has been around a lot, often in our rum collection, and turned to pretty often. We actually have given this to gifts to folks many times who are interested in getting started on trying some finer rums for sipping. It's got some very interesting characteristics that we've come across from it. I mean, first of all, let me show the bottle to you guys. You can kind of see the coloration against the sky behind me here. It's got a very nice nose to it. A little bit of floral, a little bit of fruit comes through.
Now, when you say floral, what? Tell them what you mean by floral.
Meaning that you can get the scent of some flowers. You know, I can't say exactly a individual. You know, I'm not smelling a rose, but it's kind of like a bouquet of flowers that you can pick up. The scent from that is
right.
Coming across on the nose of this rum.
I get a lot of orange. This is a very orange forward rum. We reviewed this rum actually for the magazine All at Sea in the May issue, May 2020. And you can see our review there. Clint and I differed just a little bit on this one. He gets very subtle notes. I get very strong orange. When I say orange, I mean I feel like it's I'm breaking open an actual orange. Clint gets more blossom, like a very subtle.
Yeah, just very subtle on the nose.
You can see we got glass this time. You can see some of the lacing. The lacing for us, it just gives you, provides you the consistency of the rum. When we say we have legs, you can see the legs right here. It's just how it's dripping down. I don't know if you can see that on there. So when somebody says, oh, the lacing has legs, it's just, it speaks more to a heavier liquid instead of a very light. I also have a little bit of brown sugar. There's some sweetness to it, not heavy. It's not overly overpowering. That's it.
There you go. And I can pick up a little bit of oak.
So you're very good at that.
Yeah.
You're very good at picking up the woods in the rum. I have just never developed that sense yet.
It might have been from the years of being a carpenter and working with wood for so many years building homes that the smell of sawdust, just working with it day in and day out, kind of sticks in my senses.
Mm. I typically hold it on the tongue for a little while to see what notes present itself to me right there on the tip of my tongue. When we talk about palate, it's right inside your mouth before it hits the back of your throat. That's the palate. I do get a little alcohol burn.
No, I don't on this one. This one's a pretty smooth, and I'm picking up some of the fruit on the palate. It stays with me a while. It doesn't dissipate very quickly.
It does stay there.
And
it
pretty
opens,
flavorful rum.
It opens up on the palate. An alcohol burn is not necessarily a bad thing. You'll hear I pick that up a lot. Clint doesn't. It's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, this is alcohol.
I'm still noticing, especially on the finish, the oak, a little bit of molasses and a little bit of maybe tobacco is coming through. But thinking back on tobacco, as in, if someone had a grandfather growing up that smoked a pipe, and that smell of the tobacco pouch when it's opened up, that's a little bit of the flavor that I'm getting that comes through on the finish for this.
Tobacco can also be really like that earthy, like the leaf of the tobacco. I remember when we would go back in the 90s, we would travel a lot through Richmond and all of those tobacco houses.
Yeah, the Virginia Mid-Atlantic area, the big tobacco growing area.
And you could smell the tobacco drying in these houses there. So when we say tobacco, sometimes I refer to it as that kind of earthy, drying leaf feel. And sometimes I'll get, my dad smoked a pipe, but he used that cherry tobacco. So when I think of tobacco, I think of that cherry pouch that he used to smoke. For me, the finish this time, I went back and read our article before we started, and I really loved the finish. And this time I'm really enjoying the palate. The palate has, let me say that the nose has a very, very strong, for me, orange. It does have some florals. It does have some brown sugar. But on the palate, it is more of an orange blossom. You have the hint of orange. You have the light sugar. There are some florals in there, like a bouquet of flowers. It's just it's not very sweet on the palate at all.
And I'm picking up more vanilla too in this. Very nice rum.
See, I'm not finding vanilla. Oh, yeah. Just as it hits the back of the throat, there's just a very, like a really fresh, like a vanilla bean, as you're scraping the vanilla bean back. Yeah. But my finish today, it's warming, but it's it's not, I can't explore it. I can't, it's more, I don't know, dare I say more of the alcohol. It stays on my palate. So my finish is just warming to the chest, but there's nothing to explore in the finish.
Yeah.
Is that what you're getting?
Yeah, the finish does go away a little faster to me. There's some that lingers. I could still sense some of the oak to it. Now this is, Pyrat was originally part of the Patron family of distillers, the people that make the Patron tequila.
It still is a part of that.
Yeah, it's still under that umbrella. And it is a blend. They wanted specific, different rums from the Caribbean that they blended together for their XO Reserve.
Yeah, we're finding more and more companies are doing that. They're, instead of cultivating the sugarcane themselves, a lot of companies are starting to go to a lot of these rum houses and sourcing some rums, and then they're bringing them to their facilities and blending them to their specifications. And this is one of them. Pyrat has been around since 1997, so it's been out there for quite a while. And they're in Guyana.
Yeah, Guyana is where they're being it's being bottled now.
Where it's being bottled.
It's a correction from the article that's in the magazine and All at Sea originally. She had written down in South Africa.
In
South America.
It's Guyana, South America. Yeah.
So it's like correction there. A very good rum, very nice to share with folks who want to explore something that's has some characteristics to it that do change a little bit with each sip that you get.
It does.
Yeah.
Now we gave it a 3.75 out of 5 for the article. Are you sticking with that?
No, I would think I could even raise it a little more to like 4 to 4.25 out of 5. It's very pleasant to enjoy. Like I said, you get a little bit different notes each time. It's not the same sip for me every time.
Oh, I agree with that. It is, but you have the same notes you're exploring.
Yeah.
They just present themselves to you at different times. It is a great introduction to somebody who wants to begin exploring rums, and there's no wrong answer to exploring rums. We often are different in our opinion. I think we're coming more in line with this one.
And a few things. Yep.
It's always on our boat. We have a bottle here. We have a bottle at home. It's a rum that we share often. So come on down to South Florida. Enjoy some Pyrat with us. Till next time.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Hope you enjoyed.